All right, Miss Anita, get started with the roll call.
Roll call.
We need everybody to get the meeting started. Everybody get started. Need everybody to quiet down so we can get started, please.
Roll call. Councilmember King?
Here.
Councilmember Moreno? Councilmember Giarrusso?
If we can quiet down, we're doing the roll call. Dave, we need everybody to quiet down.
Councilmember Morel? Present. Councilmember Harris? We have a quorum? Great. For the record, let's acknowledge that Councilmember Green is here. Thank you.
Not yet. I just time to make a motion to approve minutes from the last meeting. Second. Second by Councilmember Morel. Three yeas. We have Councilmember Harris join us as well. First we're going to bring up EMS to quickly do some housekeeping. Let them come up for a second. The EMS coming up for a second. Just let them sit in those chairs over there. So we have two motions. The first motion is authorizing the President of the Council to sign Amendment Number 1 to the Professional Service Agreement between the city and Pursudo Network Solutions LLC, extending the contract for Cisco branded products and services for the Office of Information Technology and Innovation for 1 year. The floor is yours. Do you have any comments or?
Yeah, this is to provide for our security, for cyber protection for the city, for our networks and systems.
All right. Any comments or questions from the dais? None? All right, make a motion to approve. Second by Councilmember Moreno. 4 yeas. All right. The second one is authorizing the President of the Council to sign Amendment Number 4 to the Professional Service Agreement between the city and the Advanced Data Processing, Inc., a subsidiary of Digitech Computer LLC, extending the contract for an electronic patient care report system and billing and collection services for EMS for 9 months. Any comments or?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. This is to extend our contracted billing service until June 30, 2024. This actually started in October of 2023 when the contract ended. So we are going to go out for full RFP after this extension is done for billing services. So this is just an extension to carry us through the end of June until we can get that RFP out and returns back. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Any comments from the dais or online? All right. Hearing none, make a motion to approve. Second by Councilmember Moreno. 4 yeas, no nays. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. All right. Also want to acknowledge Councilmember Thomas in the back just walked in. All right, everyone. Thank everyone for coming out. This is our second community development meeting where we are recognizing those who have laid the foundation, laid the groundwork for New Orleans in the hip-hop scene. We all know the national, well-known brands that represent this city, but there are so many who often go unrecognized, who lay the foundation and inspire those who went on to reach higher heights, not only within the nation, but in the entire world, and not only just in hip-hop, but in all music genres. So we're going to take this morning to recognize those who laid the way, the pioneers. I'm going to let my colleagues say a few words, and then we'll turn the mic over to the voice of hip-hop in this city, Mr. Wild Wayne. So we'll start with Councilmember Harris, and we'll work our way down.
Well, good morning, everyone. So excited to see so many of my friends here in council chambers today, and I'm excited to hear about the presentation. This is the second time that we've done 50 years of hip-hop, but I'm sure we could do every council meeting to celebrate all the pioneers and all the musicians and everyone who paved the way for hip-hop in New Orleans and really in the world. So I can't wait to get to it and listen to everyone and celebrate everyone today.
Hey, good morning. It's great to see everyone again today. As Councilmember Harris said, looking forward to hearing from all of you. And thank you to Councilmember King and your whole team for doing this whole recognition. As Councilmember Harris mentioned, this is now the second time that we've done this because we really want to make sure that we are recognizing everyone and catching everyone. And so I appreciate the opportunity to listen to you all today, to have you before us, and thank you again for doing this, Councilmember King.
Good morning. As Council members Moreno and Harris said, I really appreciate the work Councilmember King working with the community to really celebrate the individuals in our community that have done so much for music throughout the entire world. As many of you know, you can trace almost every aspect of music that is based in black culture back to New Orleans. Whether it's jazz, whether it's blues, whether it's hip-hop, R&B, it all started here. I mean, they spin it off somewhere else, but it all started here. I anticipate we'll probably have 2 or 3 more of these as things keep going. But I really look forward to being educated because as much as I know about the scene, the people here are really the ones from our last meeting that taught us the real history of what's happened in the city. So I'm really here to listen and learn, and this council appreciates everything everyone's done, and this is but one aspect of how we intend to celebrate y'all going forward. Thank you.
Good morning. I also appreciate the fact that everyone is here and so many people here have made very positive contributions to our city. Many times we don't talk about the hip-hop industry and its impact economically on a local level. I like to talk about economics a lot. The revenues that are generated that put people to work, the sales taxes that are generated, honestly, and the many events that take place because of the work that you all do. But in behalf of myself and, those that I know who love the city of New Orleans, I thank you all for being a very, very important part of the culture and the growth of our city. And I look forward today to celebrating with you, to hear presentations. But again, thank you for all that you do. It makes a very big difference in our city.
Oh, wow. Man, this is, you got some of the essence of New Orleans gathered here today. Yeah, Councilman Moreno, this is the heart of the city right here. It's the people who put the cadence and the rhythm in the music. I never forget Wayne, Noah Stewart, one of the top opera singers in the world when he did Tosca here at Mahalia Jackson. And I was talking to Noah and I said, what is it about New Orleans? Sam, Arlene, Boss, I said, what is it about New Orleans, why you always like to come to New Orleans? And he doesn't just come when he's doing music or when he's doing an event. He comes, he said, because we put an extra beat in it, right? An extra sound. There's something special about this place, Linda, in that you can't get it anyplace else, whether it's opera or whether it's second line, or whether it's on the corner, oh, little Liza Jane, right? Or by singing, I'm a Romeo, man, Romeo. Well, I can keep it real. We got dope in my veins, right? Or that other street song, right? If it wasn't for the captain and that dirty hound, I'd have broke out of Scotland before the sun went down. I say, sushi rumbo, a chicken and a gumbo. This is who we are, honoring the people today. You know, you ain't got to learn about it, just be about it, right? This is our essence. When my mama gave birth to me, she gave birth to what y'all represent, period. And for folks who saw my son at 18 months when they started the second line music, his first second line, what did he do? When you New Orleans, when you the essence of art, when you the essence of music, when you give birth to that cadence, man, it's so past due for y'all getting honored, man. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being part of who I am. Like I tell folk all the time, you can take the boy out the 9, but you ain't never gonna take all the 9 out the boy. For real.
All right, I think we wanted to add another seat at the table. Vaz, I want you to come down. Yeah, come down and have a seat.
Can't hide, man.
This is not just a one office or one person show. There's been a lot of people who helped put this together. A lot of folks who behind the scenes making phone calls, making sure that we can get as many people to the council chamber as possible. One of those people is Mr. Dave Hudson. Dave, stand up, Dave. Dave has really been working behind the scenes, making this happen. Absolutely. Sess45, he's also helped out, and so many other people. We know that Essence Fest and the Super Bowl is coming next year, and Essence Fest is a yearly event. I just hope they take notice of the talent that we have here for Essence Fest and definitely Super Bowl. You know, we want to know who's going to perform at the Super Bowl, but we got so much talent here. There's no reason to look anywhere past this city. So hopefully this message will get to those in charge of making those decisions, because you don't have to go anywhere to get the talent to make the Super Bowl performance a very special one. And I'm just saying we've taken care of giving. We recognize Birdman and I call him Baby, Baby and Slim and Juvenile and Turk. So I think we're ready to get this Cash Money reunion. The council may be single-handedly getting the Cash Money reunion together. So if anybody listening that could make that happen, don't forget the council was instrumental in bringing everyone together. But before we get started, we've lost so many of our pioneers, and unfortunately, that's too many to name, and we can be naming people for hours. But some folks' music goes beyond, travels forever, I should say, or is very inspirational, and it lasts forever. And I believe one of the pioneers in New Orleans, not pioneers, but who took the New Orleans rap scene to the next level, is that Soulja Slim. And we lost Soulja Slim over 20 years ago, but his music and his lingo and his personality and his videos, and people still doing interviews solely off of their encounter with him, his legacy still lives on. And we have his mother at the table, Miss Linda, so Miss Linda, stand up, please, so you can be recognized. Miss Linda Tapp. Before we get started, we do have a proclamation, special frame proclamation for your son. We'll ask the council members to come down and take that picture with you, because he's of course not here to receive his award, but has meant so much to so many people. I don't think there's a week that goes by when I'm doing my routine or just working out, I don't listen to something, a Soulja Slim song. I don't want to. A Soulja Slim song. But very inspirational. Not only to myself, but everyone has a bit of Soulja Slim in them around the world. Everyone who raps, what they talk like him, dress like him. But there's only one, and you gave birth to that one. So we'll come down real quick and take a picture and give you some flowers. Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Wild Wayne. The floor is yours.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you to the council once again for doing this part two. I think it was very important that we celebrate the 50 years of hip hop in New Orleans and be able to acknowledge even more of the artists that were a part of the foundation of this New Orleans hip hop. It's a rhythm that made people move and dance around the world, and oftentimes not given nearly enough credit. Shout out once again to all our pioneers that started the labels that were able to transcend New Orleans and transcend Louisiana and be global forces. Shout out to No Limit, obviously, and Cash Money, who were some of our biggest labels, but even a number of the neighborhood labels that made their mark and elevated artists that might not have ever had an opportunity to get to the next level. So shout out to all of those that built the foundation, to the record companies as well as the record stores as well. They were an integral part of what happened. The video shows, and I was a part of some of those as well. The radio station personnel, the media writers, all the different parts that help us elevate. So I'm excited about that. And also to the next group of artists that are coming through, because I say it in numerous interviews, I think we have more talent block for block than anywhere on the planet. So big shout out to all the folks that contributed to that. And Freddie, thanks as well for making sure that we acknowledge some of the artists that are not here and are able to get their roses, because we definitely don't want them to be forgotten. So I'm just excited once again to be here. Shout out to all the artists that came through the first time as well as this time. And if there's anybody that we did not acknowledge, we still got mad love for them. So there you go.
You can introduce the table, everyone at the table also.
So to my left, we have Ses 45, who has been not only an artist, but as well as a philanthropist, a father, an entrepreneur in this city, and continues to do great things. Miss Linda, of course, who just got acknowledged. This is Richard Jones, Sleepy Eye Jones Capone, AKA Fee Mr. Womp Womp, my little brother, who has definitely spanned the entire world doing what he does, not only as an artist, but as a writer and a father and a husband. And I think those are equally as important as the artistry. And we got Boz on the end, one of the cornerstones of the No Limit empire, the phenomenon that set the world on fire. I'd like to give it over to Ses real quick. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So the last time we was in here, we was able to, honor a lot of people, and it was the first time, I believe that the council, just recognized a lot of the artists in this city. And, before that, I was in the council, I want to say like 19 years ago, for Katrina, when it was demolition of, the project, of voting on that. And it was a different council, of course. And, I was here and I was actually, just arrested, just standing up for our city. And I look at this council and I see the changes that this council are doing in the community as it relates to interacting with the people. And, I'd be remiss if I didn't say how, we looked at city officials from, not recognizing the people and the wishes of the people. And so I just want to say thank you for this body of council members who get involved, get active, and, look out and honor the people. And it's definitely a great change, and that's what we're about in this city, making change and elevating and being intentional about what we do. So being able to come in front of this body and recognize these artists and business owners and record labels and changing the way we operate as a city, not only from the elected official space, but the people in the audience, the people in the city, and changing the culture of this city into a great space for 2024 and beyond. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody that's here, and thank you for the council. Keep, pushing the envelope forward.
Hey, great morning. It truly takes a village, and I just love unity. I know we can get so much more done together than divided, and this is all I look forward to. You know what I mean? I'm grateful to have contributed to our culture, such a great, fine, valuable culture, and I'm just as happy to be acknowledged. I can't say it enough, it takes a village. I want to acknowledge the record stores, executive producers, the people that's all played instrumental parts of my career, my upbringing. And I want to also acknowledge the upcoming artists as well. Anyone in here pursuing their dreams, things you saw as you were a kid, I just want to say a delay is not a denial, so never give up. Thank you.
Good morning, Councilman. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad Brother Freddie King brought me on. David Hudson asked me to bring up some statistics of what's going on business-wise when it comes down to hip-hop. I know I don't know your Brother Wayne, you didn't know my name, but you forgot about me. The actual the date for the 50 years of hip-hop is August 11th by Grammys. That's the official date for the 50 years of hip-hop. That's the date that they know. And whenever you're dealing with history, you want to capture your history and put it in a museum. So I only took other cities, what they have done with hip-hop, and asked our council to work hand in hand with our hip-hop community, and let's get it in a museum. The Trap Museum in Atlanta, Georgia, the brother Cliff Harris, which is T.I., he do 7,000 visitors a week. And that brother do 7,000. His estimated growth is $5 million a year. That's what he bring in for revenue for the city of Atlanta with hip-hop. In Brooklyn, the city council just 2 months ago donated $3.3 million for their hip-hop museum, and Congress donated $5 million to get them a state-of-the-art hip-hop museum. That's how much hip-hop has been to that culture, and that's what they bring to the table. And in Philadelphia, they actually did on August 11th, they turned their city into hip-hop week. They went into their city, every park, every school, they was heavily involved. So I would say our city, better late than never. We have to capture our history, and we have to do that ourselves, because otherwise, we received phone calls. I received one the other day, and a young lady asked me, she wanted to go to the Magnolia and take a picture on a porch where they used to shoot the videos at, and I gave her the address, and when she got around there, she said, it's not the Magnolia or whatever, because it's a different building, and it don't look the same. So I would have said back then, we should have captured some of the bricks and some of the buildings and put it in our museum, so when people come down, we actually can capitalize off of what our history is, because we are known as a historical city. But if we keep watering it down, and eventually you'll get the ninth wall of being a 17th wall, and the 17th wall being the third wall, because somebody else is telling the story. So we're going to tell a story of our history. Make sure we are telling that story and get in front of it.
Great.
Hey, man, thank you for that history lesson. I think everybody needed that. In this community, for us music-wise, has always been first. Like you said, everything started here from jazz, Louis Armstrong on up, and I was really here just to support all the artists that I appreciated from the label that I had that was here in this city, and other artists from this city that I respect, from Charlie the Crazy to Mr. Womp Womp right here and all of that, And as far as the city council is concerned, I've always been in touch with them and talked with them through Big O, because he's been a voice of the community and he has an ear for the people here. Actually, when we first started our label, we were shooting a movie in our neighborhood. That was the first time shooting our movie. It's called I'm About It. I didn't have a permit. I didn't know nothing about that. We just young brothers trying to make it, We wanted to do something different than what we were doing. And Oliver at the time was on the city council, and he came by and he saw us doing something in the neighborhood where he lived. So he flashed his lights and he came like, what y'all doing? Y'all don't have permits for this, and what's going on? I said, listen, man, we trying to make it. We out here trying to do something positive and help the brothers that we have, bring them together in the community, or you want us back on the corner? Now, tell me what you want us to do. He said, proceed. You know what I mean? He just let us know that, hey, man, I'm behind y'all. I know y'all trying to do something different, and y'all trying to make it in life. So he supported it, and ever since then, I've always been in touch with him and, you know, been able to have his ear to talk to about things in the community. So there's some of the things that you're talking about implementing here, I think we should sit down and have discussions about that and make it a reality. And I'm here to support it in any way, you know what I mean? Any way you need. You know, I could put up funds to get buildings or whatever we need to do. So let's make that happen. And I'm happy that this forum is actually happening. It's beautiful for the city. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Ms. Tapp, any comments?
No, I just want to tell y'all, thanks everybody for remembering Slim. Y'all put a smile on my face today. Thank y'all.
So, let me do this real quick. If we can have, then we did it last time, the council members lined up, Session Wayne, call the names out, come get your proclamation, and there'll be a move like that. Well, I want to say two things. One, I think is, Councilmember Eugene Green always helped me out with this. There's no media here to capture this. And we all know this is something negative. We was fussing, we was fighting, we was shooting one another. There'd be no charge of media coverage. But it's something positive, something uplifting. We unifying the neighborhoods and the community. There is absolutely zero media coverage from any of the stations, the print media. I just want to put that out there, that everything you see isn't always the case. Yes.
And I just wanted to add to that because you all made tremendous points talking about the young artists that are working right now, trying to find a way to make it. You know, those who are getting up early and writing lyrics and, you know, trying to find, you know, their vibe and their message. And there's no media here, as Freddie said. And that's really problematic because it would have been great for these young artists to see, you know, tonight on the news, hey, wow, you know, the media was there to cover something so special, the recognition of local artists right here in New Orleans, but that's not, unfortunately, going to be on the news. Hopefully, though, maybe they can get part of the recording from today and put it on later. And what I do appreciate is everyone here with their phones, put it on social media. Show these young artists the recognition that we are showing to our culture, to our musicians, to our rappers, and that we want to do the very same for them. Thank you, Councilmember King.
Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, first of all, I want to say thank y'all for this opportunity. You don't know how much it means to the artists and our culture of hip hop. So, let me back it up. First off, thank God to be in this position to be able to make this happen. All right. And I also want to say thank y'all for all the hard work that y'all been putting in. And then special shout out to Freddie King for helping facilitate this. I have Councilman Green on standby. I have Councilman Thomas, where I can reach out at any time. And they've been helping me facilitate this as well with all kind of other things as well. So I want to say thank you to them as well. But y'all don't understand how big this is to the community. Even after we did the first one, all of those guys I've seen ever since that over the past couple of months have been so excited. It's like being on a basketball team, right? Because I know after the first time when we did it, a lot of people say we didn't acknowledge them, right? And then some people say, man, some people didn't deserve to get one of those. But it's like being on any team. If you be on a basketball team, you've been on a football team. If that team won the championship, whether you was a star player or you was just a bench boy clapping everything up for everybody got a ring, right? And in order for us to make a change, we got to start somewhere. So I'm glad that this moment came, you know, better late than never. We didn't have it back then, and I don't think the council we had before probably would have let it go on to be as big as it is. But I just want to say thank you to every one of you all for helping put this in position and helping us get this going, because, you know, you could have easily turned it down and said no. So just like you said, there's a lot of people in this room. They always say when we come together in a group, there's always some tension. But even from the first hip hop, a lot of those guys were able to mend their relationships that they didn't have in a long time. So it's pretty much like a family reunion for some of these people. And for some of these people, they never had the opportunity to meet people in person. So we idolize some of these people, but you never had the opportunity to meet them, and now that they're here. You know, and I do want to give a dedication and shout out to the people who passed away that we didn't have a chance to honor while they were here to get their flowers. But in the meantime, the people that are here, man, they're so appreciative, and I just want to say thank you all on behalf of them, even if they don't say thank you, because they so excited to be in this position. Like everybody I've seen coming through the door, man, I'm getting honored. So just because some things may seem small to you all, is big for us in our community. All right, and then we were speaking on some young artists. I have this guy right here by the name of Larizi. Larizi is the youngest artist in the city. He's the youngest artist in this room. Right? Without the guys that's sitting in front of us and the guys we acknowledged the first time, he wouldn't have been able to be here to be in the position that he in. So I want first off to say thank you to all the people that's in the room, because if it wasn't for you all, y'all wouldn't have paved the way for him to be here today. So thank you to all the artists that's here, that paved the way for those artists. And this guy, he's a prolific, he's one of the best in the city. So if y'all don't know about him, you need to tap in, because I don't want y'all to wait till it's too late. He's already have deals coming his way, and turning down all kind of stuff. And his music, everything he do, it have to be right. And what I mean by that is, everything he do is for the culture, it's for the city, and he's very positive with his music. He don't do as much cursing. I think he probably one of the top to be with Wayne when Wayne was coming up back then when he couldn't curse. This guy's one of those guys who's making it happen, and he's been all over the world, all over the city being acknowledged. Yeah. And I just wanted to make sure he get his flowers from here, because oftentimes we get our flowers from other cities, and other states acknowledge us before we can acknowledge ourselves. So I just want to be here to say, I want to give him a shout out, and just put y'all on his radar if y'all don't know who he is. His name is Larizi. And then we got like a Junior Montana in the building. We got Street. We got a whole lot of people in this building that have made some noise in this city. So thank you all for all your opportunity, and thank you all for putting us in this position. Thank you all.
Thanks. You're welcome, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Once again, thank everybody. I go by the name of Rocka B, the singer. I represent the R&B culture, the hip-hop culture, because it all goes hand in hand. When you got hip-hop, you got R&B, you got it all, and it goes together. And we all part of the culture as far as like the bounce community, the bounce culture. It's all our music. It's all our culture, from jazz to bounce to R&B. It's all us. So, and then I just want to give a special shout-out to all of the DJs, because without the DJs, we wouldn't even be rolling. Like the DJs that play our music, that have been playing our music for 10, 20 years, 15 years, however many years you've been in the game. Salute to all of the DJs, because, oftentimes, a lot of times the DJs get overlooked. So we're going to shout out to the DJs. And like he was saying, I heard everybody talking about the record stores that put us in a position to be able to win. And once again, salute to all of the council members. I represent the R&B culture, but it's still a culture. So we're going to call out all of the names for all of the people who got their proclamations. Yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna let Wayne and Seth do that. How we did it the last time. Just have them go to the podium and have everybody come up to the front. And ask my colleagues to come down, step down. Before one last thing, y'all. People mention me. This is really a collective effort. It takes all of these council members who are here. Everyone's not even on this committee, and they thought it was important enough to recognize our musicians and to have them come and be honored. So I want to thank my colleagues for being here. And Finn, you said it. I don't know if this councils in the past would have done this, would have thought it was important enough to do this. So if we get up for the other council members who made this happen, and who other parishes, other cities that love our music would not have done this. So thank y'all for making this happen. It really means a lot. So you have the entire council, minus Councilmember Jeruso, who wasn't present today, but everyone is here to honor the hip hop. And we'll let Larizi go, then we'll all step down and go take our.
I can say something?
Go ahead, Reese, you got it.
Thank you for thank you for just doing what you do as a city, because whatever happens in the city, it inspires us artists to talk about it in our music. And the people that aren't in position to have a voice relate to the music, and they relate to the message. And I speak for the future, because I'm only 19, and to be African-American and be up on this stage and know kids my age in this city do not get in this position, because sometimes their life don't make it this far. So I speak for the future, I don't know if this the camera watching, but you control everything. You know, the change starts with the person in the mirror. Utilize your time here and make sure that you're being your best self, because in order to be the best self, you got to, believe in yourself in order to inspire a new version of New Orleans. And if you want to see a new version of New Orleans, if you don't want to see whatever you've been seeing, the change start with you. So thank you. And Larezy, like Louisiana, everybody, I appreciate you.
One, two, two, two. Five at a time. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll acknowledge the artists that have received their acknowledgement today. And we'll do 5 at a time to go up and take pictures with the council. So our first artist is actually a DJ. We'll give him acknowledgement today. Andrew DJ Drew Jackson. Give it up for DJ Drew. Our next acknowledgement and proclamation is for the artist Detroit. Our next proclamation is for The Show. Our next artist we'll give a proclamation to is producer Angelo Acelo Jackson. Next up, the legendary Don B. Our next proclamation goes to another producer that has done so much work. Give it up for Pete Doctor. Up next, we want to give it up for Crazy. Hey, bring it to life, DeVille. Up next proclamation goes to Eureka.
We ain't called him crazy for nothing. Appreciate you coming. I do. Come this way.
Our next proclamation goes to Julia Mack in the building. Or as they say, Junior Mack.
trying to get it. Wait, come on, man. Thank you, baby.
Congratulations, congratulations. Our next proclamations, I'm gonna do them both at the same time because they are a dynamic duo. Give it up for J-Dog and Threat from Black Menace. Our next proclamation goes to Dwayne DJ Lowdown Jackson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Never.
Our next proclamation goes to, a lot of people call her Mama, Miss Sharani from Peaches Records. Our next proclamation goes to the one and only Rocka B. Give it up for Rocka B. Our next proclamation goes to the Most Wanted Posse. Our next proclamation goes to another beat maker and producer extraordinaire, none other than C. Smith.
Baby.
Our next proclamation goes to B.O.G. Vonnie. Our next proclamation goes to one of the very important DJs in the room who has definitely laid a huge mark on the culture. Give it up for DJ E.F. Cutton. Our next proclamation goes to the capital F-I-E-D-N. Y'all give it up for Fiend. Yeah. Walk. Our next proclamation goes to the Hustler, a.k.a. Dolomite. Our next proclamation goes to Keith Y. Luxwanye. And the second. And the second. No joking.
So proud of you.
Hustler, hustler. Our next proclamation goes to one of our super hot new artists, tearing it up locally and nationally. Keep your eyes on him. Give it up for Junior Montana.
I don't think so. You kind of sorted out who's here. That's what I was. This somebody that's here? Yeah, he is.
Our next proclamation goes to Hollywood Pompeii.
I don't know what they're doing, but I thank you. You can say MC Spud, you trying to find his. He just, I guess, it could be right there.
Our next proclamation goes to MC Spud. He about to creep up here. He creeping. Our next proclamation goes to Brian B.E. Evans. It's coming. Our next proclamation goes to DJ T-Roy. Our next proclamation goes to Jumbo from Triple Beam Records. Our next proclamation goes to Denicia. Hello.
Remember those hunger sessions with Oh my God.
We won't talk. Yes. We need to do that soon. Our next proclamation goes to High Sizzle. Our next proclamation goes for that young man that came up earlier doing big things. Give it up for Lareezy. Our next proclamation goes to S80. Okay, good. Our next proclamation goes to Main Core Records and Productions.
Main Core. Good, huh? Main Core.
Our next proclamation goes to military and the West Bank Coalition.
Military West Bank Coalition.
The West Bank Coalition, that's who we are.
It's so loud.
Good seeing you. I know, man. It's my mom. Appreciate you. I know, right? You said you helped us out big time, too, brother. West Bank Coalition, baby. Yes, sir. You gotta send it to me.
It's on my page.
All right.
If you look at it.
Our next proclamation goes to Chifa and the West Bank Coalition.
Come back. See right there.
Our next proclamation goes to one of the voices of Bounce, Big Chew.
Let's go Chew, where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got some? Yeah.
This proclamation goes to one of the West Bank's finest. Gone, but definitely not forgotten. Give it up for MC Thick. What the fellas be yelling?
He's obviously not here.
All right. I know it's reunion time in the back, but we got some more proclamations. We want to give it up for Insane, a.k.a. Frankie Screwdriver, Lil Frank.
You guys are right there.
Up next, this proclamation is for Dizzy Desi. This proclamation goes out to one of my little brothers, DJ Silva.
All right, Desi, you good?
This proclamation goes out to Silky Slim. This proclamation goes out to Feli Phil. This proclamation goes out to T-Bone. This next proclamation goes out to Unfadable Records. This next proclamation goes out to Mr. Let's Go Get 'em, Code 6. This proclamation goes out to Fire.
Get it together? Is it here?
This proclamation goes out to Geostorm. Our next proclamation goes out to Eldon Deloyd from Take 4. This next proclamation goes out to Jason Lyric.
Lyric, where Jay?
This proclamation goes out to Ryan Shagadelic Baptiste. This proclamation goes out to Mr. Marcelo. This proclamation goes out to Baby Boy. This proclamation goes out to one of the founders of Bounce Music. Give it up for T.T. Tucker. This proclamation goes out to the Ghetto Twins.
What's up? Baby boy.
Thank you, bro.
What's up, man? This proclamation goes out to DJ Chicken.
Chicken wing should have been able to get that.
This proclamation goes out to another one of those cornerstones of New Orleans hip hop, Ice Mike.
Ice Mike. Ice Mike.
Another one of the West Bank's finest, rest in peace. One of the best lyricists to ever touch down in New Orleans. Give it up for Tim Smooth.
I got to have it. Come on,
This proclamation goes to Vicky Lowe. This proclamation goes to one of the first artists to put Big Boy on the map, G Quick.
Yeah, I am right too. Quick.
This proclamation goes to another one of those unsung heroes that put many of the labels on the map early in the game, Dwayne Big Heavy Thompson. This proclamation goes out to DJ Money Fresh. This proclamation goes out to DJ Papa.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Please. Take that picture for him.
This proclamation goes out to producer David D. Funk Falk.
Right? D-Funk. 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 No D-Funk. All right.
This proclamation goes out to G. Slim. Rest in peace. For his deuces and trays.
Anybody coming except Slim Awards? G Slim.
Right here.
G Slim?
That's Dave. You got Dave? You got Dave? This proclamation goes to DJ Jimmy.
This way here, take the picture.
Dave! Dave, play that funky guitar.
DJ Jimmy. DJ Jimmy.
This proclamation goes to the Everlasting Hitman.
Everlasting Hitman.
Somebody might come pick it up. This proclamation goes to Juicy.
Yeah.
Yes. This proclamation, also rest in peace, goes to Trey 8.
Big dog, you the man. Trey.
This proclamation goes to J. Roger from Slaughterhouse. This proclamation goes to Big Fave 504. This proclamation goes out to Bust Down.
Bust down.
This proclamation goes out to beat producer Blazer. Rest in peace. This proclamation goes out to Big Mike for Rap A Lot, but from the NO.
I didn't get enough.
Warren Mays.
T Tucker too. Good.
I don't know if they missed it.
No, not yet. I'm not sure if they put.
They getting it together now.
They getting one made right now.
We got it. Yeah, that's it.
There you go, right there.
Where's sister?
Where's brother? Where's son at? Huh? Where's little Warren at?
He probably gonna come. I said, Warren, hold it for him.
Yeah.
Hits that, man. You need to say Fresh Air Fred too. Even though they don't got it, they gonna print it.
We have two more proclamations that we don't have currently in our hands, but I want to acknowledge Flipstead Fred.
Yep.
Give it up for Flipstead Fred, and also 0017.
Wayne. Wow, Wayne. Wayne. Hey, Wayne. You got Sam from 0017 here. Wayne.
Sam the Barber.
And Arlene Culpepper. You got Sam from 0017. And Arlene just won a bunch of awards for digital music and NOLA Music Awards.
Yeah, I just gave it up for him. Okay. And I have one more plaque. Just give me a second, guys. Because I know when I was coming in the game, when I first started, yo. And I definitely want to acknowledge him because he was one of the pioneers that did it on a whole nother level, got one of the first major record deals in New Orleans and did major concerts, even did Jazz Fest early on. We got to give it up for Warren Mays.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl, don't stop. Warren Mays. Just played that at the Coin Alumni Reunion Saturday night.
Yeah.
Right.
Get it, girl, don't stop.
Get it, girl, don't stop.
We want to acknowledge all of our artists that came out today, the musicians, the producers, the record companies, all the folks that were an integral part of making New Orleans hip-hop what it is. We want to thank you. And before you go jump in your car, we want to take a picture out front with everybody on the steps of City Hall.
I be following you, but you do a lot. You be busy, man. Yo, you be busy, dog, all day, every day, bro. I saw you.
Where's Sam and Arlene at?
Make a motion to adjourn. Second by Councilman Morrell.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye. All right. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
I have one more that I definitely got to put on the map because she's been a champion for artists